I reckon keeping Bruno would also give an edge, bringing in a new centre midfielder and a manager, new contract ASAP, protect his value, no brainer, says Paddy Boy. Well, yeah, I mean, look, some people get a little bit frenetic about giving Bruno a new contract. He's on 300 grand a week at the moment. He'll be offered ridiculous money in Saudi. If he fancies Saudi for money, you'd be foolish not to say, here's a little bit more money, would you stay here? We can't offer you that, but do you want to stay here? There are some elements of our fan base that are just obsessed with the wage bill. And I always say, why? Why would it matter if Man United gave somebody $500,000 to you a week? Why? Does it make any difference to you if United spend ridiculous wages on top quality players? Why does it matter? Man City apparently have, I don't know whether it's true, Gahey's on like 250 grand a week or something like that as a centre-back from Crystal Palace. We'd be losing our shit if we did that, and I don't know why. I don't know why you'd lose your shit. We need the best players at Manchester United, and Bruno Fernandes puts in ridiculous numbers and may well be irreplaceable. And we're about to go into a massive season next year where hopefully we've got Champions League football and people are like, let him go. Might not be easy. And also, giving Bruno 400 grand a week or 350 grand a week when he's already on 300 grand a week, that works out at, well, let's say we give Bruno 400 grand a week, right? That's 100 grand a week more. 5.2 million. 5.2 million a year, that is, to increase him from 300 grand a week to 400 grand a week. 5.2 million. So let's call it 5. So to increase Bruno's wage to 400 grand a week, it's going to cost us 5 million a year. 5 million a year. How much is it going to cost to replace him? For 2 more years at £10 million, I'd do it. And this is why I don't know why our fans get so obsessed with the wage bill. Because I've seen fans on social media going, oh yeah, they've done such a good job in EOS. We used to have the biggest wage bill in the Premier League and now we're down to 4th. In another year, we'll be down to 5th. And I'm like, yeah, the wage bill league does have a correlation with the actual league, you know. If you spend big money on big players, you will be a better team. Our problem was we paid ridiculous money for shite, you know. So I don't know. Look, for me, I've always said if Bruno Fernandes is playing as a number 10, keep him. If he's playing as a midfield, sell him. And for me, if Bruno comes along and says, I will stay for 2 more years if you knock my wage up to here and you can lock him in for 2 years, well, I know I'm guaranteed to get a certain level of performance for 2 years. It's a World Cup summer. You walk into it going, we want Anderson, we want Wharton, we want Baleba, right? And you don't get anything else. And you might not get them, but you go, well, that's what we wanted, but we didn't get it. And all the August transfer window's closed now. And you're sort of like left there again going, another shit window. Mainu be better than Baleba this season, says Brickster.